Robert, Manchester United have just got a 1-1 draw at home to West Ham, which is a bottle job, really. There's no other things to kind of say than Manchester United bottled this opportunity to go fifth in the Premier League now. Starting off with Le Mans in goal, I'll give him a 7. Listen, yes, we conceded from a corner and it was a set piece, which we obviously highlighted before the game as a threat from Manchester United, but it ultimately come from West Ham. But I thought Le Mans couldn't really do anything. Masraoui makes a good clearance off the line. It's just a great goal by the West Ham midfielder who had a wicked game, to be fair. Le Mans, though, claimed some good crosses. 3, 4 times I can remember him coming out of his box to claim crosses. Defensively, I think he was communicating well. A few times he acted as a sweeper. His passing, he always knows when to make the right pass. So I thought he made some good saves as well in the game. So I'll give Le Mans a 7. That's that. Now, right wing back Maswari, I'm going to give him a 7. I'll give him a 7, to be fair. I think he helped um, Heaven and Shaw early on in the game and covering for Aiden Heaven mainly. I think we've seen Maswari's best position is at right centre back, and he's a very good right centre back. He can progress the ball through midfield very, very well. As a natural right back in that years, he can get into those positions and he looks more comfortable driving the ball through. I thought he defended very well. I think he made some very good blocks and interceptions late on in the game from Jared Bowen where he could have had a 1v1. So I thought not Le Mans, I thought Masraoui did a very good job defensively. And again, in the final third, you're not going to get too much from him, but defensively, he did a good job. Now, Aiden Heaven, I'd give him a 5. I think he struggled today, but again, you have to remember he is only 19 years of age. He hasn't played football since mid August or late August against Grimsby. So it was a tough game to throw him into, especially in that central centre back position. And he just looked a bit nervous. And I think, listen, when you're competing, when you're a young player, it's going to be difficult to come into a game when you haven't consistently played. It was the first time seeing that back three ever. But I think there's still a top player in Aiden Heaven. He just had a difficult game today, and it was always going to be tough coming in to a stable back three with Shaw and DeLit in there and replacing DeLit, who's been very good this season. But again, just a game to forget really for Aiden Heaven. Left centre back Shaw, I thought he was all right today. I'd give him an average 6. Defended well at times. Obviously came off for Lisandro Martinez in the 88th minute, but large parts of the game played by Luke Shaw. Again, he got skinned a few times by Bowen, but on the whole, I think it was just an average 6. Left wing back Dalot, I mean, he gets the goal. I think he probably had one of his better performances this game and against Palace. He was very comfortable on the ball, got a goal, which was a great finish. I mean, let's not take that away. Great touch and great goal. Sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. So I'm very, very happy with that Dalot performance. Again, I don't like seeing him at wing back, but I mean, we have to respect what Amarim does, and putting him at wing back is the best thing that Amarim thought in this game. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka has a ability, but Dalot, I thought at times he was getting in the box. He was linking up well with Cunha. He gets the goal, which is a great finish that ultimately earns us a point. So why not give Dalot? I give him a, I'll give him a 7.2. Dalot gets a 7.2. Casemiro 6.5. I think he got around the pitch relatively well at times. Again, this is our second game now where we didn't look great in that first half, and I think that's not on Casemiro really. I think he probably deserves a 6.5. Now Bruno had a wicked game. He got a lot of defensive contributions. It wasn't an 8.4 rating that he got on FootMob. I'll probably give him a 7. I mean, he was all over the pitch. He's the only player who has that intensity and urgency every minute of the game. He's going to collect balls himself to take throw-ins. He's trying to create things, putting crosses into the box, having shots. I mean, he had that volley that skimmed the post, which would have been a worldy finish. But again, we know what you get from Bruno from deep, and you get that ability to pick up the ball from the defenders. So I'll give Bruno a 7 today. AMAD gets a 7 as well. I thought he gets the same as Dalot. AMAD actually a 7.2. I thought AMAD was very good and looked like the only real attacking threat for Manchester United at the game. He had that deal from toast. Every single time he's putting cross into the box, he was having shots, he was linking up with Mbeumo, and that's what you get with AMAD on that side. You get width and you get consistent quality, and we know that AMAD has threats. We've seen him before, so again, it was a difficult game for AMAD. In terms of the only thing that was missing was probably a goal and an assist, but his overall performance was very, very good. So I'd give Ahmad a 7. And Burmo, 6, couldn't really get into the game again. His touch was a bit off. He occupied the number 9 position towards the end of the game and again struggled to get in there. Nice, good bit to play at times, but yeah, just an average 6. Cunha really struggled to get into the game. I'd give Cunha a 6. I mean, 77 minutes played. I think with Cunha, it's a big game for him. Obviously, going back to Molineux on Monday, so we'll see what he plays there. Obviously, he's come back from a minor injury, so again, but we couldn't really get into the game. And when you do get Cunha into the game, that's where you see a good Manchester United, a team that could create chances, get into the box. So yeah, we couldn't really see Cunha in too much action today. Xerxes as well struggled a lot, 6. Could just get into the game. He was dropping deep a lot of times, which Xerxes typically does. But again, we couldn't get him into the game, so I'd give him a 6 out of 10. Now the subs, Yoro, I've got to give Yoro a 7. The way in which he reacted in terms of he was dropped for the game today. He came on 46th minute, had a wicked game in an unnatural position for him in central centre back. He looked very composed, made some good duels, and it is totally different to playing two from the wide centre back. But I thought he handled it very, very well, made some good interceptions as well. So I'd give Yoro a 7. Dorgu gets a 6. Just couldn't get into the game. Had good bits. We know Amarin wants a lot more from him, and I think we do need to see that a bit more energy. I mean, he was on 20 minutes. I didn't really notice him in the game, to be honest. Ugarte, again, I give him a 6. I don't know why you're bringing on Ugarte in a game where I think it was just defensive subs made too early. It's in the 77th minute. I think that's like an 85th minute sort of thing where you're 1-0 up, you bring on Ugarte, maybe even a defender, which Amarim loves to do to see out the game. But yeah, I don't know why you're bringing on Ugarte when you have Manu on the bench, you have Shea Lacey on the bench. You can just give some attacking impetus when you need it. But I'll give Ugarte a 6. I mean, that's not really on him. Mount gets a 6. And again, Martinez gets a 6 as well. He was only on for a few minutes. Now, Ruben Amorim, I think he got a lot wrong today. I think the subs, as I just mentioned, were wrong. I'm not going to kind of criticise the Aiden Heaven decision. I don't think that was a wrong decision. I think you have to give him an opportunity. I think the way in which he doesn't really change the game, change the personnel in terms of tweaking things in-game is a problem. Again, we get a 1-1 draw, which again does feel like a loss against a relegation side in West Ham. And I think he'll be really frustrated. I mean, you would be after seeing that performance. It was sloppy, it was toothless, and again, 1 point from West Ham and Everton is inexcusable, and with one game a week. So it's not even like it's an away game. It's at home, but Manchester United felt like their away team, and that tells you everything. Just can't take any opportunity. I mean, don't know why he didn't bring on Manu. He don't adapt his kind of style. We know he's going to keep the system, but he don't adapt the style in game. Yeah, I just back 5 flat. It was just toothless for Manchester United. So yeah, it's not good enough. We take our foot off the gas. You thought when we get the goal, we're going to go from here and get a win. But again, 1 clean sheet in the Premier League this season. We need European football. I think we're going to get it. I don't think so at this rate in the way in which we're playing. But again, it'd be so typical of Manchester United to go and get a convincing win against Wolves. Man of the match, I'll give it to DALOT. I thought he had, a decent game. He got the goal, which gets us a point. But again, it's very toothless for Manchester United. And listen, we can't put it on missing delete because, again, we just should have won. That's as simple as that. Yeah, let me know your thoughts.